Hello? Claire said you wanted to see me?
Margo, what do you think about us using a silk taffeta instead of the rayon we originally decided on? It'll give us some body, and we're going to need it if this bubble is going to hang on to its shape the way we want it to.
Oh, well, what can I say? You are right again, boss.
It's the neckline. It's just not happening. It needs more pizzazz. I want to get the eye drawn from the hemline up to the face.
Well, the neckline looks great off the shoulder. Why don't we add some lapel detail?
Yes. It gives us more skin. It's very energetic. Exactly. So where were you earlier?
At Cafe Russe for cocktails.
With Bill?
No.
How's that going, by the way?
With Bill? Quite well.
Is there a marriage in the wind?
You really don't get it, do you? You just have no idea of what that does to me when you ask me questions like that.
I'm sorry. I just assumed.
I know. Look, I'm the one who should be sorry. Can we just forget that I even mentioned this? As a matter of fact, I was out with Kristen.
Kristen?
Yes, she had an interview in Beverly Hills and had to go over some samples at the design center, so we decided to meet and compare notes.
Did you find anything interesting?
At the design center? No.
Why do I get the feeling that there's more to all this?
Well, there was a very interesting, very attractive man at Cafe Russe who is more than interested in your daughter.
Well, how did all this take place?
Apparently they had met before, but he hadn't made what I would call a terribly positive impression on her. But from what I saw this afternoon, I don't think he's going to give up.
Does Kristen like him?
I think she's flattered by the attention. And more than a little bit intrigued. He is very attractive.
Well, good for Kristen. It appears maybe Stephanie's fears have all been for naught.
Stephanie?
She's been quite concerned about Kristen's less than active social life. Afraid there might be some real problem. But from what you've said, it sounds like we may have a romance in the making.
I wouldn't be a bit surprised.
What are you doing here?
Reporting back to you. What else?
I told you never to come to this house again.
Cool down. Your daughter's on her way back to the office.
Oh, you're sure of that?
Look, Mrs. Forrester, I don't want to blow this any more than you do. Now, do I come in?
How did it go?
To tell you the truth, I'm not sure.
You did see Kristen.
Oh, I saw her. Mrs. Forrester, don't take this the wrong way, but I've been around. And over the years, I've developed this technique that's pretty well foolproof.
Even if you do say so yourself?
Kristen isn't taking the bait. I mean, I've never come across anything like it.
I told you that Kristen is very bright, and she's not going to be had by some cheap come-on. Maybe it's time that you changed your technique.
I don't think that's a problem. Are you sure you told me everything about your daughter?
What does that mean?
There aren't any little secrets you've been hiding in a closet?
Such as?
Such as maybe she doesn't like men. Maybe she prefers...
Whoa. I think that's enough. I think you'd better leave.
Hey, hold on.
No. I'm not going to stand here and listen to some silly character assassination against my daughter.
Will you take it easy? I'm just stumped. That's all. Obviously, this is going to take a little more work.
Perhaps it's beyond your abilities to handle a girl like Kristen, who has taste and breeding.
No way. I haven't met a woman yet I couldn't get to. If I put my mind to it.
Time being what it is, that's the best I can do. Well, what do we have here? The lady's back.
Ridge, I'm really sorry to bother you like this, but I've been so worried. Dave didn't come by here, did he?
The bold and the beautiful. This portion sponsored by Nabisco Shredded Wheat and Bran, the high-fiber cereal with no added sugar and no added salt.
I'm not sure that this is a good idea.
No backing out now. There's too much at stake.
For you, I can get any number of young men. There are a dozen young men that would like to meet my daughter.
Slow down. We haven't given this a full shot yet.
I'm not sure that I can trust you.
I've done everything that you've asked so far.
Kristen is a very vulnerable young woman. I don't believe that she's ever had a relationship with a man.
So you said?
I don't want you to twist that information. I don't want you to use it against her in any way.
Hey, Mrs. Forrester. I'm only out to get to know the girl and to show her a good time. That's what you wanted. To find out if and how she relates to men. And in return, you can give me a chance to meet your husband. Just a chance. Let him see my stuff. I can take it from there.
You're very confident.
About my designs? You better believe it. I'm good. Damn good. All I need is that one break.
All right. But I don't want you to think of Kristen as a meal ticket. I want to introduce my daughter to men. And I want it to be a very positive experience.
Like I said before, Mrs. Forrester, I'm your man.
Prove it to me. And I don't want to see or hear from you until you have something positive to report.
You can count on it, Mrs. Forrester. As a matter of fact, don't be surprised if I don't have something by the end of the day.
You really are an uptight one, aren't you?
Ridge, I feel so badly. I mean, Dave was acting so crazy. Did he come over here?
Yeah, he was here.
Oh, God, I was afraid of that.
Just take it easy.
I don't know why, but Dave just has it in his head that there's something going on with you and me.
Well, I set him straight on that one.
You two didn't fight.
No, your fiancé is still in one piece, if that's what you're concerned about.
Ridge, I'm really sorry. I don't know what gave him that idea. I truly don't. Dave's upset that we haven't set a wedding date. But we went into the engagement that way. He knew that there were some things that I wanted to do before I got married. And he agreed to that. And now he just thinks it's some big avoidance tactic on my part.
Could be he's right.
Oh, great. Now you're on his side.
Just seems to me Dave's a nice enough guy. Why wait? Why not marry him?
Eric, I just passed by Ridge's office. Do you know who's in there with him? Brooke Logan.
She's been here before.
Yes, she had lunch with him earlier today. This is her second time here.
Probably talking about Caroline. I don't see that that's any problem.
No, I think there's something else going on. I can't quite put my finger on it. But ever since we've met the Logan family, I have this sensation that we're being consumed.
Stephanie, where's that coming from?
Well, think about it. They're always around. First, Mrs. Logan starts catering parties for us, and then Brooke and Caroline become very dearest of friends. And suddenly, not a day goes by that we don't have contact with that family.
Well, the Logans are taking care of Caroline. It's not at all surprising that we'd be in contact with them.
Well, I'm very grateful for that, but that's not what I'm talking about. Why this sudden interest in Ridge? I've seen that look before. Brooke has set her sights on our son. And I wouldn't be at all surprised if the mother weren't pushing it.
You think I should marry Dave?
Why not? He's a good-looking guy. Cop. You'd have a built-in security system sleeping right next to you.
You would think of something like that.
What's holding you back?
It's a long story.
I'm not going anywhere. Ridge Forrester. It's for Miss Logan.
This is Brooke Logan.
Miss Logan, this is Jeff Talon, the Deputy DA for Caroline Spencer.
Of course.
I wonder if you might have time to meet with me. It's rather important.
Sure. When?
As soon as possible. Can you come to the courthouse, room 122?
I know where it is. 15 minutes?
Thank you. And Miss Logan, I'd appreciate it if you'd keep this to yourself.
Fine. I'll see you in a few minutes then.
What was that all about?
My brother needs me to pick him up. Car trouble. So, I guess we'll just have to continue this another time.
Darn, just when we're getting to the good part.
You think Mrs. Logan is encouraging a relationship between Brooke and Ridge?
Why would that surprise you?
Well, that's ridiculous, Stephanie.
Why? I mean, think of it. She's had to raise a family. She's had to struggle for everything that they have. Why would it surprise you that she would want to marry Brooke off to a Forrester?
I think you couldn't be further from the truth. From what I know about Beth Logan, she's not that kind of a woman. Brooke and Ridge are just good friends. And remember, she's gotten very close to Thorne, too.
I know that. I mean, I know they've all spent a lot of time together. But mark my words, there's something else when it comes to Ridge.
Well, frankly, if Ridge can't work things out with Caroline, I'd be very happy to see him involved with someone like Brooke Logan. She's a lovely girl. And speaking of relationships, our older daughter may be getting involved in one very soon.
Kristen?
Apparently, there's a young man. Margo said he was at the Cafe Russe when Margo met Kristen there earlier. He couldn't take his eyes off her.
What else did Margo say?
That they had met before, briefly. And that she thought Kristen was interested. A case of the lady doth protest too much.
Sounds like Kristen. Well, there are any number of attractive men that she meets. The question is, will she accept a date with this one? I doubt it.
I really don't know.
Until she stops turning down all of these eligible young men in favor of spending time with her beloved daddy.
Stephanie, I've just about had it with this theory of yours.
Eric, our daughter needs a man in her life. And the longer that she waits to take that first step, the harder it's going to be.
I deliver flowers, too. Kind of a peace offering.
Peace assumes a relationship. We don't have one.
The other day, I didn't know I was talking to Kristen Forrester.
Would it have mattered?
Probably not. By the way, my name is Clarke. Clarke Garrison.
Is there something I can do for you, Mr. Garrison?
Yeah, for starters, you can call me Clarke. Next, you can find me something for these. And most importantly, you can tell me if you did anything with that idea that I gave you.
What idea?
The sketch you were working on when we first met. The little black number.
Oh, no, I didn't. I've been really busy working on other things.
I figured. So, I went ahead and roughed out something myself. You see what happens when you bring in the waist? Look what it does to the bust line and the way the skirt slips around the hips. That is the slim look you'll want in '88.
Just who are you, anyway?
I'm a designer at Spectra Fashions. You know, anything Forrester can do, we can do cheaper.
I'm not a great admirer of theirs. I don't find copying very creative.
I agree with you.
What are you doing there, then?
Eating regularly. I'm waiting for a place like Forrester to make a big offer.
What made you want to be a designer?
Companies like this ain't a bad reason for openers.
I'm sure there's more to it.
I've got a thing for clothes. Always have. Maybe because I didn't have any when I was a kid. But now, I like the best, the latest, the most expensive. I've got a head full of ideas.
I like what you did with my design.
I'm good.
Modest, too.
Can't afford to be. If I don't tell people, who will? I mean, I don't have a father to take me into the business on a red carpet.
Is that why you think I'm here?
I think that's how you got your start. But you're here because you're talented. I knew it the first day when I looked at your sketches.
Well, thanks.
So, shall two remarkably talented designers get together for dinner one night this week? Or drinks? Whatever's convenient.
Why?
Why? Because I want to take you out. Anything wrong with that?
That all depends.
On what?
Your motives, for one thing.
Well, you're a great-looking girl. Not to mention bright and talented. I'd like to spend some time with you. It'll be painless, I promise.
I don't think so.
You're hard not to crack, you know that?
So I've been told.
Well, Miss Kristen Forrester, can't say it hasn't been interesting. You'll be hearing from me. I don't give up that easy.
I asked you to meet me here, Miss Logan, because I want to talk to you about Caroline's case.
Of course. Where is Caroline?
I didn't think she should be involved in our conversation.
Is anything wrong?
I may be overly pessimistic, but I'm not happy about the way things are going in court.
What's happened?
Deacon and his lawyer have totally conceded that he was with Caroline that night and that they did have intercourse.
Why is that so terrible?
It's obvious from the way that Caroline was cross-examined today, the deacon is going to claim that she consented to having sex with him.
No.
He may even go so far as to say she was more than a willing partner.
That's insane. Anyone who knows Caroline knows that that's not true.
That's the problem. The judge doesn't know her. That's why I'm turning to you.
You need me to testify.
You're our best chance. Your description of Caroline's state of mind and the fact that she made an immediate phone call to you will show just how hysterical she was that night. We have to convince this judge that no one that upset could have made up her story simply as an afterthought.
When do you want me?
Tomorrow morning, first thing.
Jewelry provided by Stephen Dweck.
Join us tomorrow for The Bold and the Beautiful.